Number one name is Asher, and it means happiness. That you can find it in Genesis chapter 30, verse 13. Then I have Eli. Eli means offering or lifting up, and you can find it in 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 13. I have Micah, which means someone who is humble. Wow, I love this name. And you can find it in Judges chapter 17, verse 1. I have Seth. Yeah, it's also a good name for the boys. It means someone who is being put, or like someone who is like someone who has replaced. You get, yeah. Remember, when you remember that name Seth, after Abel being killed by Cain, Seth came in. So yeah, if you can find it Genesis, that is where the story is, chapter 4, verse 25. Then we have Silas, which means third fixed, and you can find it in Acts 15:22. I know most of us, we know about the story of Silas. Then we have Jason. It means he that cures. Yeah, it's a beautiful name. Yeah, and though it's becoming also very common these days. And Christian, wow, I love this name, Christian. And actually, me, I don't think Christian can only be a name for boys. What do you think? I think even a girl can be named Christian, because Christian simply means someone who follows Jesus. Yeah, a follower of Christ. So I think you can even name it to a girl. Yeah, but mostly it's common on the boys' side. Then we have Nathan. Wow, Nathan is a good name. And I also love this name, and you can find it in the 2 Samuel chapter 15, verse 14. And it means giving or rewarding. Yeah. Then there is Jeremiah. It even has a short form, and I really love it. Oh, I love Jeremiah. But if you want to like shorten it and beautify it, these days I hear people, instead of finishing the whole name, they call it Jeremy. Yeah, which is also good. And you can find it in Chronicles, in the book of Chronicles. Yeah, 36:12. Then we have Abner. Abner is also a good name. You can find it in 1 Samuel 14:50, and it means the father of light. And remember, our Father is the Father of light. Abner becomes a good name. Then we have Ira. You can find it in 2 Samuel chapter 20, verse 26, and it means pouring out or making bare. Then we have Ethan. Wow, I love Ethan. It's also a good name for guys, and you can find it in 1 Kings chapter 4:31, and it means someone who is strong. Yeah. Then we have Benjamin, my best. I love the name Benjamin. I love it so much. And most of you know Benjamin is part of the 12 tribes of Israel, and it's part of the 12 sons of Israel himself, or Jacob. Yeah, it means son of the right hand. Wow, who doesn't want to be on the right hand? Seriously, even our Father, like Christ, is seated on the right hand side of the Father in heaven. And you can find this in Genesis chapter 35, verse 18. Now I'm going to girls. Woo! I'm a girl, so I love girls. In girls we have Adina. It's a good name. You can find it in First Chronicles chapter 11, verse 42, and it means adorned. Yeah. Then we have Eden. Eden, I think everyone knows about the Garden of Eden, and it means pleasure or delight. You can find it in the book of Genesis chapter 2, verse 8. Yeah, it's also a good name there. You know, Eden is a garden with good, beautiful settings and all that. Then we have Jemima. Jemima is a beautiful as the day. That is the meaning, and you can find it in the book of Job 42:14. I remember Jemima, or Jemima, as others pronounce it, is a name which is this Jemima is one of the daughters of Job. So yeah, it's also a beautiful name. Then we have Lois. Lois, you can find it in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 5, and it means better. Yeah, better. Who doesn't want to be better? Better. Lois, better. Then we have Michal. Michal is resembling God. That is what it means. Wow. And remember, we were made in God's image, yeah, or his liking. You can find this in 1 Samuel chapter 18:20. Now, the reason as to why I'm giving you these names, it's not that I just want to give names and all that, but because you know, names have meanings. Yeah, even I've seen people who name after witches, people who name after bad things, people who name after um people who had like bad stories, you get. So I'm just giving you a warning. Whenever you're going to give a name to your child, first go and too deep and find a meaning of that name, research about it. What does it mean? If you're naming after someone, what was that person's kind of life, you know, or how was it, you get. Yeah, there is naming after your grandmother or grandfather when the person was a witch, a sorcerer, a killer, you know, a quarrelsome person, an angry person, someone who doesn't like others and all that, a thief, you get, and it follows. Yeah, these things follow. I think I talked about something, I don't remember which video, but it was about like spiritual stuff which follows people. So yeah. And even if some names are in the Bible, I don't recommend you to just find a name in the Bible and you just name. There are some names there also which are way for bad people, you know. So yeah, always mind about the names you're going to give your child, you get. So those are the names I had, but in case you have some names I've not talked about and they are good, you know, you can always leave that name below in the comment box, and you can also give us the meaning of the name, since we are all here to learn, you get. Thank you so much for your time. May God bless you and have a good time. Bye.